The first day of a 2-week triple murder trial in Sullivan County began Monday. Robert Seth Denton of Bristol is accused of killing his mother, grandmother, and stepfather in August of 2015. A 14-member jury was selected Monday, followed by opening statements from the prosecution and the defense. Witness testimony will begin Tuesday.
August 29th, 2015 was a day that for many people drastically and forever changed their lives. For many, it's a day, no matter how hard they try to forget, they can't. It's because on that day, Robert Seth Denton walked into the back door of his grandparents' house. He was armed with a rifle. He was armed with ammunition. And when he walked into the back door, into the kitchen of his grandparents' house, he fired 7 shots and hit 3 people. And then he walked out, leaving his rifle on the ground outside, leaving a camouflage jacket outside on the ground with other things. Walked up above the house to a trailer that was being renovated, spoke with his grandfather, and then walked down the hill. And in a matter of minutes, it was over. But what he left behind was a complete devastation for many lives and a massacre for his grandfather to walk in and find. What he found, Curtis Rose, when he walked in the back door and into the kitchen, was his daughter, dead, with 2 gunshot wounds in her back. Blood everywhere in the kitchen. 6 screaming children. And he sees his stepson laying on the front deck, 2 gunshot wounds in the back. The 6 children, Callie Pullen, Shaylee Pullen, Adeline Miller, Aiden Miller, Milhorn, Noah Milhorn, and Stephanie Hilliard, were all present in that kitchen when those shots were fired. And as a result of being in that small, confined area, they were covered in blood and body matter and tissue. But what Curtis Rose didn't see and couldn't see at the time was the 3rd victim, his wife, dead in the floor of the kitchen where she had been sitting in a chair just prior to the shots being fired. The shots that hit her caused her face to be mangled, and it was her blood and her body matter that were covering the children. One of the children, Callie, had a bone fragment from her grandmother embedded into her leg, and it had to be surgically removed. Now, the evidence will show, ladies and gentlemen, that the defendant was the son of Tasha Milhorn, stepson of James Milhorn, and the grandson of Lena Rose. He grew up with his grandparents, Curtis and Lena Marie Rose.
If they believe 7 shots were fired, they can't tell you where those shell casings are. The proof in this case is going to be that one person admitted to firing a gun on Saturday, August 29, 2015. The proof will be that person is not Seth Denton. The proof will be that one person said Seth Denton fired a gun on August 29, 2015. The same person that did, in fact, admit to firing a weapon on August 29. She told you all the witnesses that were in that kitchen. You won't hear one of them say that Seth Denton fired a gun on August 29, 2015. One person fired a gun. And after this proof, you will clearly be able to see who that is. You'll be able to hear the voice of two people by way of 911 calls. One of them will be my client. Of the two people on the 911 calls, one of them's been shot, and it's Seth Denton. The proof will clearly show that, and yet the state didn't even choose to mention it in their opening argument. Curtis Rose fired a weapon on August 29, 2015. Curtis Rose said Seth Denton shot his family. Curtis Rose called 911, and within 30 seconds of the phone call says Seth Denton did it. Curtis Rose spoke to detectives, and the proof will show you that they knew when they spoke with him that he said, "You all better find Seth Denton because I am going to kill him." And they didn't question him about the shooting at all. Curtis Rose had one of the victim's blood on his arm. Was there any investigation of Curtis Rose? Proof will be that there wasn't. We talk about common sense. The proof will show that common sense would have led any of you or anybody else to ask some questions of Curtis Rose. The proof will be there are all manner of blood prints, footprints in that kitchen where two people were shot. Proof will be they didn't take pictures of Curtis Rose boots prints. Proof will be they got plenty of pictures of mine, and there is minimal blood on those boots. Proof will be that if my client left those boot prints, there would be ample blood for you to convict this man and send him to prison for the rest of his life, and that's not what the proof is going to show. Proof will be that James Milhorn was alive. That James Milhorn's voice is readily apparent on a 911 call that you're going to hear. That James Milhorn did not pass away until such time as he was transported away, taken to a hospital. You're going to hear his voice multiple times. And at no point did he tell Curtis Rose that Seth Denton had fired a gun. He had every opportunity to do so. And you'll be able to recognize that by simply listening to the evidence in this case. And he didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you earlier that this was an uncomfortable situation. The proof in this case will be that uncomfortable questions needed to be asked. And because the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office immediately came upon the scene, immediately spoke with Curtis Rose, they quit asking uncomfortable